The Simpsons show creator predicts future. Simpsons movie. This is one of the most shocking Simpsons predictions for 2025 that could come true. The Simpsons have had many episodes over the years, and in some of these episodes, they've actually predicted some real-life events that are just crazy. Here are 6 shocking Simpsons predictions for 2025 that could actually come true. First, let's take a look at this episode called Bart Gets an Elephant. In the episode, Lisa starts to notice that people are starting to forget about the environment and she becomes sad about it. She then writes a song about how people are ruining the earth and how no one cares. The Simpsons were clearly trying to send a message with this episode because even today it seems like people don't really care about the environment. If you don't believe me, just take a look at what people do when they go camping. They leave their trash there. In another episode called The Springfield Files, there's an alien named Blinky who crashes into the sea near Springfield. Soon after, residents of Springfield start disappearing without a trace. It's later revealed that Blinky was abducting these people to take them back to his planet. What is scary about this episode is that there was an incident not long ago where there were many UFO sightings and people started to disappear. People still do or not know what happened to these people, and they may have been abducted by aliens, just like in the episode. The Simpsons seem to be able to predict anything. In an episode called Italian Bob, there is a man who has escaped from prison, and he goes to Springfield and lives under the bridge. He makes a plan to steal money from the local supermarket, and he ends up getting a job there so he can make the plan easier. He pretends to be a nice guy, but he's actually a total psychopath. Sound familiar? Well, this character is based off of a real serial killer named Richard Ramirez. Ramirez was arrested in 1989, which was around the same time that The Simpsons started airing. Ramirez lived in California, but he also traveled to other states. In one of these states, he ended up killing 4 people, and he would have gotten away with it if the police hadn't caught him. Ramirez is now in prison, but who knows if he will ever get out. Okay, now we need to talk about this one episode called Homer the Heretic. In this episode, Homer starts to question if God is really real. He prays for a sign to see if he is right or wrong, and he ends up seeing a vision of hell. The Simpsons show creator Matt Groening said that he wrote this episode because he wanted to show that sometimes people who question religion end up seeing things that scare them. However, I think there's more to this episode than meets the eye. You see, back in 2014, there was an event called the Heaven's Gate incident. A group of people believed that the planet Jupiter was going to pass between the Earth and the Sun, and this was a sign that they should kill themselves. They all went to a house in California and took their own lives. Now, I'm not saying that The Simpsons predicted this, but it is pretty strange that the show had an episode about seeing hell not long before this group of people took their own lives. I think we can all agree that the world is becoming more and more evil every day. Take a look at some of the things happening in your country. It seems like the world is just becoming more chaotic. So, it was really that surprising when I found out that Simpsons predicted the world ending in 2025. This prediction didn't come from Matt Groening though. It actually came from the actor who voiced Krusty the Clown. When asked about what he thought would happen in 2025, he said that he thought the world would end. While this may sound surprising, there are actually a lot of religious scholars who also think that the world could end in 2025. This idea started way back in 2014, when Christians started to claim that the Bible said that Jesus would return to Earth in 2016. Then in 2016, when nothing happened, these Christians changed it to 2020. Then when nothing happened again, they said that the world would end in 2025. Some Christians even think that the pandemic was a sign that the end times were coming. Now, I don't want to jump to any conclusions here, but maybe this actor was onto something. Just remember what I said when you're watching the news in 2025 and nothing happens. One of the most shocking Simpsons predictions for 2025 that could come true is the death of one of the characters. In one of the Simpsons episodes, there's a character named Principal Skinner who gets married. At the wedding, there is a woman who appears to be his mother. In the episode, it is said that she only agreed to come to the wedding because she was dying and wanted to see her son get married before she died. Many fans of the show believe that this was a hint that Principal Skinner's mother would die soon. After all, why else would she attend a wedding if she were dying? Well, in another episode, it's revealed that Principal Skinner's mother really did die, so it seems like the writers of the show predicted this. But this isn't the only time that a Simpsons character has predicted the future. In another episode, there is a character named Barney Gumble, who claims that he saw the future, and he warned everyone to stay away from gambling. However, in another episode, it's revealed that Barney really did get into gambling, and he even lost everything he had. You may be thinking, wow, that's crazy. The Simpsons predicted the future. But what if I told you that there's another show that's also predicted the future? Well, I'm not making this up. I recently found out about a show called Futurama, and it's about a pizza delivery guy who accidentally freezes himself and wakes up 1,000 years in the future. In the future, he ends up working at a space travel company and goes on many adventures. Now, this show first aired in 1999, which means that its creators also made some pretty accurate predictions about the future. One of these predictions is that there will be self-driving cars. In one of the episodes, there is a character who is driving a car without anyone in it. The car is driving itself. Now, this is something that we see all the time today. Google and Tesla are both making self-driving cars, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hit the market in the next few years. Another futuristic invention that's shown in this show is a virtual reality headset. In one of the episodes, there is a character who puts on a virtual reality headset and goes on a virtual roller coaster ride. This really isn't that far-fetched either. There are already many companies that are making virtual reality headset. I think they will become popular in the next few years. As you can see, there are many different shows out there that have predicted the future. Now, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but maybe these shows aren't just lucky. Maybe they're actually able to predict the future. But what if I told you that there's a way that you can also predict the future? Now, I'm not talking about those fake psychics that you see on TV. I'm talking about something real. It's called numerology. Numerology is the study of numbers and their meanings. For example, in numerology, the number 7 is associated with spirituality, and the number 8 is associated with wealth. There is a website that uses numerology to help you predict the future. All you have to do is enter your name and birth date, and the website will generate a report that tells you all sorts of things about your future. Now, I don't want to give away too much here, but the website predicts that 2025 will be a very good year for many people. It says that 2025 will be a time of great opportunity and prosperity. It also says that 2025 will be a year of new beginnings. If you want to learn more about what 2025 has in store for you, I suggest that you check out the website. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe.